Hey everybody, Amy from the Chaos Kitchen here. Who's ready to dig into a tall stack of shortcakes? Now I'm a big fan of any food that flirts with American biscuit energy. Think a cheeky scone in her villain era with a crumb so tender and airy you'll need a permit from the Cloud Authority. While these treats are out of the oven in 30 minutes or less, they will haunt your dreams all summer long. Oh, excuse me, we're getting some breaking news here. I'm here at the Institute of Flavors, where scientists have just confirmed that shortcakes are the perfect vessel for pillowy whipped cream and strawberries so ripe and juicy they'll start drama at your family picnic. Back to you, Amy. Fascinating story. Compelling and rich. For me, these shortcakes taste like sun-drenched birthday parties and breezy summer evenings. Hot girl summer? More like shortcake summer. Now, let's dig into some chaos. For this recipe, you will need 2 cups of strawberries, 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar, 8 to 10 grams or a few sprigs of fresh basil, 1 tablespoon sugar for the whipped cream, a pinch of salt, and 200 milliliters of cream, cold. 225 milliliters or 1 cup buttermilk, also cold, 1 egg, 115 grams or 1 cup butter, cold again, 3 tablespoons sugar, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 360 grams or 3 cups all-purpose flour plus extra for rolling out. Optionally, an extra tablespoon or so of milk or cream for brushing the tops, and a few pinches of coarse sugar for texture. To get us started, we're whipping up our secret ingredient of the day, our basil whipped cream. Now, classic strawberry shortcake can absolutely hold its own in the world of summer dessert. But if you want your friends to pause mid-bite to ask what that extra special something is, reach for that fresh basil. Infusing cream is low effort and high reward. It only takes a bit of forethought to prep and a few hours in the fridge. Alternatively, just crack open a can of whipped cream and live your truth. Once your cream has enjoyed its spa treatment in the fridge for several hours, simply strain out the basil and she is ready to whip. Now, let's dig into phase 2, prepping our strawberries.
You should try strawberry.
Why?
Start by removing their little green hats and halving or quartering them depending on their size. Fruit and people share something in common. There's a lot of variation. Some can be aggressively sweet and some a little too tart. So I recommend you start off with a heaping tablespoon of sugar and toss with the strawberries until they begin to release their juices. Let them macerate and mingle with the sugar for at least 10 minutes and up to overnight in the fridge. Now it's time to get our hands dirty and make some shortcakes. Start by adding your flour to a large bowl, adding your sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and whisking together. Now we're getting down and dirty and incorporating our cold butter into the flour mixture. I enjoy doing this step by hand because it gives me more control over the size of my butter pieces. If you're a baking boss like me, use your thumb and forefinger to pinch and flatten the pieces of butter into thin sheets until you land somewhere between almond and pea-sized pieces of butter bits throughout the dough. Once you're happy with your shortcake base, make a well in the center and whisk together your buttermilk and egg. Immediately pour in about half of your wet mix and use your hands or a wooden spoon to gently lift and toss the dry bottom of your flour mixture over the wet to incorporate. Do not overmix here. Add the rest of your wet mix and gently agitate and lift the dough until the wet mix is no longer visible. Generously flour your hands and countertop, then flip out your shaggy mess. We're not kneading this dough, but rather moving it and shaping it into a big semi-cohesive lump, ensuring no parts are sticking to the counter. Once the mixture starts to hold together, pat it into a rough rectangle and fold it over itself into thirds. Give it a turn so the long edge is facing you and pat it back down into a rectangle. Rinse and repeat this step cautiously, no more than 2 or 3 times. We're aiming for a dough around 1 inch thick for the final pat down because we like our shortcakes tall in this house. Triple check for any stickage and let's get to my favorite part of the recipe. Shaping your shortcakes. I prefer to use a biscuit cutter here, but your punching out options are limitless. You can use a ring mold or the top of a mason jar. Feeling stabby? You can cut out some quickie square cakes with a sharp kitchen knife. Choose your own adventure here, but whatever you do, do not twist or saw with your cutters. Remember to flour your weapon of choice between every shortcake and always press straight down. Gently scoop each flaky treasure onto your baking sheet, leaving about 1 inch between them. Think cozy, not clingy. These shortcakes are all about healthy boundaries. Once all your shortcakes have found their spots on the baking sheet, you can optionally brush just the tops with a little milk or cream and hit them with a sprinkle of coarse sugar for bonus texture. Then, pop these cuties into your properly preheated conventional oven at 220 degrees Celsius or 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes or until the tops are nearly completely golden brown. Gasp at your towering, inappropriately good-looking shortcakes. Take a moment to stare down their gorgeous flaky layers, even though you know it's rude to stare. Resist the primal raccoonian urge to rip into them as they rest on the hot baking sheet for at least 10 minutes. Whatever happens after the 10-minute mark is between you and your shortcakes. By now, your cream is calling. Add a pinch of salt and sugar and whip it up to tall, stiff peaks. Assemble your shortcake crew and serve them up warm. Tear apart those flaky layers in slow motion, smother with whipped cream and gratuitous scoops of juicy strawberries, and enjoy. Do you like to stack your shortcakes sky high or enjoy them bold and open face? What's the recipe that kicks off summer for you? And what's the most emotionally charged fruit you've ever dared to eat in public? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you've got a craving for more juicy strawberry secrets, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next time in the Chaos Kitchen. And remember, no rules, just salt. Oh my god. Oh, it's so hard to eat. It's a messy one. That basil. She's not so basic after all.